What's up, YouTube? Today, got a special video. I got my first official Halloween candle purchase of 2024. If you don't know, I collect Halloween candles, fall candles, autumn candles, mainly Halloween though. So I always look to see when, they go on sale. Last year, I believe my first Halloween candle purchase was from Bath & Body Works. I believe it was pumpkin carving pumpkins, pumpkin carving, something like that. But yeah, they usually have like a preview. I believe it was towards the end of June, maybe early July. They had a little Halloween preview where you could order some Halloween candles a little early. I ended up getting that one last year. This year, I was able to get my first Halloween candle a little earlier. Sometimes Yankee and WoodWick, they'll sell their candles wholesale, to wholesalers, and then they'll resell them. I remember, was it 2021? I was able to get the 3 wicks from Yankee, their Halloween collection, Witch's Brew, Mystic Moon, Jack-o'-lantern. I was able to get those 3 wicks from Macy's, I believe back in May or June, early June. This was way before anyone knew that Yankee was even going to have, the 3 wicks in Halloween. I believe that was the first year. But yeah, every now and then, some of the companies that buy wholesale from them, they'll release them a little early. Like for instance, this one that I have here, Phantom Cherry from WoodWick, is not available on the Yankee site. If you don't know, WoodWick is owned by the same company that owns Yankee Candle, same as like Chesapeake Bay. But I was able to get this one early from like a retailer, that buys wholesale from WoodWick. I got this on Courtney'sCandles.com, and I believe that's the first time I ever ordered from them. I like it. They their candles were a little cheaper than you can get from the WoodWick site, off the Yankee site, and free shipping after, was it $50? And they were packaged perfectly, no issues at all. So yeah, definitely going to be buying some more from Courtney's Candles. I believe this is a Halloween scent. It's called Phantom Cherry. Now, I don't know if that means a cherry had passed away and this is the ghost of a cherry. I don't know. But yeah, we'll get into WoodWick's. I'm actually burning one right here. One of my test candles, Halloween bonfire with a WoodWick right here. So I want to get into that real quick. This is what I don't know if you can see the flame, but if you properly trim your candles, especially WoodWicks, I don't like the flame to be over 1 inch tall. WoodWicks, since the wicks are made out of wood, they can behave, differently, from candle to candle, even though the wax is the same or the oils are the same. So what I recommend with my candles, whether they're WoodWicks or cotton wicks, if the flame is over 1 inch, I recommend trimming them. You should trim them anyway. If you watch my channel, you're probably in the candle community, But there's those people, they don't trim their wicks. And then they're like, how come my flame's 2 inches tall? Because you don't trim your wicks. All right, so we'll get into Phantom Cherry. Purple wax. These are, I believe, 22 ounces, 21.5 ounces. And they have a wooden wick, like a wooden X wick, kind of like mine from last year. I have burned this one twice, 3 hours first time, 4 hours second time. So I got 7 hours on this one. And you can see the wax line. It only went down maybe half an inch. So these can burn up to 180 hours. And I believe it, as long as you trim your wicks. And I'll show you here in a minute. After the 4 hour burn, these wood wicks, sometimes they'll self-trim and sometimes they won't. So I do recommend trimming every single time. I noticed on the bottom of it, on the warning label, it says to trim the wick to 1/4 inch. That's the pretty much a standard for most cotton wicks. Although inside the label, it does say to trim to 1/8 of an inch, which is what I do. It's what I recommend for my candles. And I would probably recommend for wood wicks as well. You just want to be careful. You don't want to get under 1/8 of an inch. Then you might end up having weak wicks that could get drowned. Might have to cotton ball them. So the scent notes on this one. Let's see what we got. Well, it's not really scent notes. It's kind of like a story. Phantom cherry. Deep in the black forest, a dark and sumptuous aroma fills the air with sweetness. A spectral, haunting quality permeates through the trees with scents of dark cherry, amberwood, cashmere, and smoked vanilla. That sounded good. That's why I had to order this one. The black cherry note, similar to Yankee's black cherry. I had a black cherry a few years ago. I think I burned it though. Couldn't find it in my collection. I wanted to kind of cross-reference the black cherry notes, even though WoodWick's a totally separate company from Yankee. I do like black cherry. I have the little air fresheners in my truck. But this one was actually pretty good, and it does come off just a little bit spooky. But what I get, on cold and warm, was like really, really good black cherry. Not too sweet, but it had some like sweet tobacco. I know it's not in the scent notes, but that's kind of what it came out. It was like black cherry and sweet tobacco. So if you like, like my Haunted Library or Sherlock Holmes, that type of sweet tobacco is really good. And they do blend nice. They blend very, very nice. Now, the first time I burned this, about 3 hours. If you trim the wick right, it'll pull out in about an hour, maybe a little bit more than an hour. So no issues there. I got about a 5.5 on the throw. That could have been because that day I was doing a lot of candle testing, so maybe my sniffer was wore out. So yesterday I did another burn, about 4 hours, and I'd give it about a 6 now. Whether it gets stronger further down the jar, maybe, but solid 6 I'd give it on the throw. Wood wicks, they usually pull out a little faster than normal cotton wicks, and that's just because the cotton wicks the width is real small. The wooden wicks, normally the width is a little bigger, especially these X wicks, and that's one of the reasons I went with those last year with my candles. I like the way that they would pull out fast, and then once it pulled out, the flame would kind of chill out a little bit. I did like that. Another thing to notice on this warning label, it said not for food use. Food consumed from this vessel may be harmful. Yes, don't eat your candles. I guess they got to put that on there now. One thing to notice with these wood wicks, once you burn them, the cold throw is going to change a little bit, because there's a piece of wood in there, and it's been on fire, so it's kind of pick up just a little bit of like charred wood, from that wick. So it is going to change, what you smell on cold. It doesn't change the hot throw very much. But yeah, I really do like that. I really do like the scent. I think I might even repurchase this. It's pretty good. Now I don't know if this is specifically a Halloween candle, but I mean, it could be. And There was two more that could be considered a Halloween candle from WoodWick. One was Hypnoflora. It says a rare and mystical white flower, one that only blooms under the light of a full moon, has the power to hypnotize and enchant all who smell its radiant petals, fall under the spell of its alluring aroma, with notes of night blooming jasmine and pear. That sounds like a interesting pairing. So I just ordered that from the same site, Courtney's Candles. Still not available on the Yankee site, or the WoodWick site. And another one called Antiquarium. A historic Gilded Age mansion is more than what it seems. Behind a nondescript bookcase, there hides a smoking parlor where a secret society once congregated. Notes of white cardamom, tobacco leaves, and wood paneling. Kind of sounds like a moose lodge. But yeah, it's kind of intriguing. So I ordered that one as well. And there was another one that I saw. This one is actually available right now on the WoodWick site, but it's cheaper if you buy it through Courtney's Candles. It's called Evening Bonfire. The inviting scent of warm woods brings forth memories of cool nights around a smoldering fire with your friends. That one sounds really good. So yeah, I had to order that one and give that one a shot. So now I burned this for 4 hours, the last burn. So the wick did not self-trim. So it's maybe just a little bit taller than a quarter of an inch. So I'm going to light this up real quick so you can see what an improper WoodWick, improperly trimmed WoodWick would look like. And then I will trim it properly. Yeah. These do crackle pretty loud. Some people like it, some people don't. But yeah, you can see that flames about 1.5 to 2 inches tall. You're not going to get the 180 hours if you do not trim your wicks. And, once it gets lower, you could overheat your glass. It'll get warm, overheat the glass, and it could possibly crack. So yeah, trim your wicks. So I'm gonna blow that out. Normally, you would let I'm just gonna use fingernail clippers. These X wicks are a little tricky to trim, but trust me, it is worth it. It says on there, just break off the little pieces, but I've never had really good luck breaking off the pieces. And then you don't want to leave the little pieces in the wax pool either, because they could catch fire as well. But yeah, got that down to about 1/8 of an inch. And then I will remove little pieces of wood. And then I'll relight. Yeah, much better flame. A little over an inch. I could trim those just a little bit more. But yeah, way better than not trimming at all, let me tell you. But all in all, I'm very happy with this purchase. It is a Halloween candle, so I may have to order another one so I could keep it in my collection. But WoodWicks, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of those in my collection, especially Halloween. I don't have any Halloween WoodWicks in my collection, so excited for that. I don't know if Yankee's gonna release any new Halloween scents this year, but I mean, at least we got 1 or 2 from WoodWick, so that's better than nothing, I suppose. I was gonna go over Cracker Barrel's Halloween that they had just released on this video, but didn't want to jumble it all together, so might make another video on that today. But WoodWick Phantom Cherry, available right now on CourtneyCandles.com. I do recommend it. It is nice. All right. Well, thanks for watching.